Hey everybody, what's going on? So, I don't know if you guys have heard all of the controversy and the buzz around the new movie starring Viola Davis and John Boyega, amongst other up and coming artists and actors and actresses. The Woman King is based off of the real life all woman warrior tribe, the Dahomey. And I saw the movie. And I'm not going to lie, I have mixed feelings about it. As on social media, where a lot of people are advocating for the film to be boycotted. And, Lupita, she showed us a really small video clip online of her refusing to partake or be a part of the movie, and she dropped out. And I completely respect that decision, based on the fact that the Home and they are a 6,000 member strong force in the 1840s in West Africa. They were known as the Agoji, and they raided villages. They slashed off their resistors' heads and returned them to the king, who was being played by John Boyega. And really quickly, just to give a quick shout out, despite all the controversy surrounding the movie, to John Boyega, who has specifically shown so much love to Black women through, the radio, podcast, social media, et cetera, et cetera. Just being intentional, loving us out loud, and which seems to be such a rarity nowadays. So big shout out to him. Love him. And Viola Davis, right? So Viola Davis, she said that this is her magnum opus of her acting career. So far, it's gotten between 99% of an audience score and a 94% on Rotten Tomatoes. I also saw where it said that there was 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, the rating system. So again, it's a very controversial movie. It has a lot of people in their feelings, and I completely understand why. So, my thoughts and feelings are, it was thought provoking. I'll say that. It's a very thought provoking movie. So, just to give you guys a quick synopsis from the Smithsonian magazine. So, at the height of the 1840s, again, the West African kingdom of Dahomey boasted an army so fierce that its enemies spoke of its bravery. And it was a 6,000 woman force known as the Etgoji. They raided villages, and they established Dahomey's preeminence against neighboring kingdoms, and they became known by European settlers as Amazons due to their similarities to the warrior women in the Greek mythology. And it doesn't shy away from the fact that the Dahomey and King Goju, who was played by John Boyega's character, it doesn't shy away from the fact that they did participate in the African slave trade with the Europeans. And I appreciate that transparency because it is a historical fact, right? Like, you don't want to shy away from it. You want to own it. And there is there needs to be, I think, like trigger warnings for sexual violence and things that I thought were a bit harsh, but I understand artistically why they were included. I just would have appreciated I guess a trigger warning in the beginning. But this is Viola with a young up and coming warrior who's training. She's a mentee, and there's all kind of relational aspects that I won't give away. I want you guys to go and enjoy it and see it for yourself. But what I will say is it gave me pause. I really thought about what these women went through, and a lot of them were left at the king's doorstep for being, you know, seen as headstrong or obnoxious daughters, not wanting to marry abusive men. A lot of them were orphans and didn't have anywhere to go. So that's how the warrior force came to be. But it's it's a deep movie. At the end, it does make you want to cheer for the protagonist, and you can see the complexities of the human condition. Um, the slave trade part, of course, is what's heartbreaking, and I love the fact that they show Black women as strong and, of course, capable and warriors. But I am, I don't know. It gave me pause because I want to see us move away from movies that celebrate any kind of aspect of slavery, which is what I'm sure, Lupita was thinking when she decided to opt out of being a participant in this movie. And she actually went to West Africa, um, and went to one of the ports of the slave trade and, jumped in the ocean with a few of the people there, the young boys there, and celebrated our humanity. And that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. Like, I would love to have us have more stories that celebrate our humanity and moving forward in more Afrofuturistic films, right? So I would never tell anybody, not to go see it. I do want you to go see it. And I want you to form your own thoughts and opinions on the movie. Like I said, it gave me pause. It was really thought provoking. It's heartbreaking to see our people sell each other into chattel slavery back in the 1840s when the Dahomey were of prominence. But it's a historical fact. And I would rather us teach that history than a lot of the Republicans nowadays who want to rip out, the history books, pages of the history books, or just, ban books, refuse to teach the truth. The truth will stand on its own. So, with that being said, I I'm still in the thought provoking the in the mindset of it's a very controversial movie. Um, it it was really well done. I will say that. So Gina by the Wood was the director, and she's been directing Black cinema for a very long time. A part of me wonders if the Rotten Tomatoes score is so high because we're being denigrated and sold into slavery. That's the part that bothers me. Like, I want to see us in movies that show us thriving, that show us as having, ownership of assets and not people, right? But like property. And the Jeffersons, they owned a laundromat and they had a high skyrise, and I am sad that we are moving away from that, even though, of course, I understand with COVID and economic conditions that everybody is struggling right now. But I want to see art that depicts us in a way that honors our humanity, and not in places where we are in that realm of, dog eat dog, killer be killed, deprivation of humanity. So that's my take on it. Like I said, I want you guys to see it if you choose to for yourselves and form your own opinions, and drop down in the comments and let me know what your thoughts are. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will talk with you lovely folks later. Bye.